Namaskar, Honorable Minister of State Professor S.P. Baghel, Government of India, Honorable MOS Shri Gokulanand Malik ji, FNARD, Government of Orissa, Shri Suresh Kumar Vashisht, Principal Secretary, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services from Orissa Government, Dr. B.P. Mishra, Director ICR and BAGR, Shri Jagat Hazarika ji, Advisor Statistics, DASG, Government of India, Shri Ramashis Hazra, Director Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Sciences, Orissa, and esteemed representatives and officers who have come from the states of West Bengal, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, and Jharkhand. I should have been there with all of you, but due to the parliament session, which is to start from next week, I unfortunately am not there in Puri, the pious Nagari also of Lord Jagannath. We all know that livestock are integral to the agriculture in India and contribute significantly to its growth and development. They enhance food and nutritional security by providing nutrient rich products, generate income and employment, and serve as a buffer against crop failure, and provide drought power and manure for the crops, and contribute to foreign exchange through the exports. The livestock, since times immemorial, have played a very crucial role in the Indian economy. Roughly 8 crore dairy farmers are there which are doing who are doing livestock rearing along with other activities like in agriculture. The livestock supports about two-thirds of the rural community and provides employment to about 8.8% of the Indian population. The livestock sector contributes about 5.5% to the GVA and little more than 30% to the agriculture and allied gross value added. This sector also has a very significant potential in foreign exchange earnings, excelling in production, value addition, and export of dairy, fishery, wool, poultry, etc. The supplementary income provided to the rural households is in addition to the above facts that I have mentioned, and livestock is a vital source of protein through milk, eggs, and meat. As I have said earlier, that this sector holds a large potential for exports, which is still unharnessed, besides fulfilling the nutritional and financial stability in the rural areas. I would also like to mention over here how this activity, livestock rearing activity, on a day to day basis supplements the cash needs of the rural population, and this income has come in very handy as far as the women's needs are concerned, women's household needs are concerned. The women are actively involved in this sector, and because of the regular cash flow, it has also led to a very good socio-economic improvement as far as women is concerned. The livestock sector in India is one of the largest in the world, holding about 11.54% of the global livestock, including 56.57% of buffaloes, which are largely indigenous only to India, and 20.4% of small ruminants, 12.5% cattle, and 3.1% of the poultry. I'm also very happy to share with you that India ranks number one in the milk production in the world with about 230.6 million metric tons of production, which accounts for about 27% of the world's total production. The second closest is USA. Similarly, in the egg production, India ranks number two now with about 138.38 billion units of eggs produced annually. The first being China. We have recently overtaken USA to become number 2. As far as meat production is concerned, India again ranks number 5 with 9.8 million metric tons of annual production, contributing to 3% of the world's meat production. According to the 20th livestock census, which was held in the year 2019, the total livestock population is about 53.6 crores, and of which 3.74 crores is in the state of Bengal, West Bengal, and 3.65 crore in Bihar. Out of a total population of 85.19 crore, West Bengal consists of 7.7 crore poultry population, while Odisha contributes to 2.7 crore. All the 5 states which are present here today for this workshop or training program, West Bengal, Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and Bihar, come in the top 10 states of the cattle population with a total population which is close to about 55 million. The livestock provides supplementary income, as I had mentioned earlier, and family with less than 4 hectares of land own about 88% of the livestock, with 37% owned by families with less than 1 hectare. I am giving the statistics over here just to flag a point how this sector is important in supplementing the incomes of small and marginal farmers. I have already spoken about the milk production in India and how it has increased over the last few years, being 111.2 million tons during 2008-9 to about 230.38 million tons in 22-23. The milk production has grown by about 6% annually, and now our milk requirement has doubled, nearly doubled. The demand of milk has been met by increasing the production per animal that has only been achieved by improved breeding and feeding practices. I would also like to share over here, as per the ICMR recommendations, our requirement of milk is about 354 grams per capita. But now, with the current availability of milk, we are at about 454 grams per capita availability, which is a very, very significant step towards ensuring nutritional sufficiency in the country. As we meet here today to deliberate upon a very important and significant initiative of the central government with the help of the state governments, is the conducting of livestock census. The livestock census has been going on since its inception in 2019-20, and this census has been a cornerstone of our country's data collection. As you are all aware, without proper data, we cannot do proper planning. Hence, for planning for the future, these 5 yearly livestock census, give us a lot of information and a lot of ground for our policy making and intervention areas. The extensive enumeration has been invaluable, I would say, for the policymakers, agriculturalists, traders, entrepreneurs, the dairy industry, and the broader public, providing critical insights and data essential for decision making. This session today is an extension of the All India training that had been imparted on 25th of June 2024, which was held under the chairmanship of our Honorable Union Minister Shri Rajiv Ranjan Singh ji, MOS, Mr. Professor Baghel, and Mr. Kurian, our MOS. the 20th census that we had conducted started showing how we can use technology, and with the invaluable participation of state governments and the UT administration, we were able to do our first digitized livestock census, which was done through handheld devices. One of the major thrusts for the 21st livestock census is, in fact, is the technology that we will be using through our mobile phones, building on this experience and overcoming the challenges we faced in the 20th livestock census. The National Digital Livestock Mission has been helpful in developing this software and a web-based dashboard, which will help us all in monitoring day-to-day transactions or data transmissions that are happening every day. Today, the district nodal officers and the state nodal officers of 5 states are being trained through this mobile application and the dashboard. I would appreciate any constructive feedback that the states have to give for making this a more worthwhile and a smooth process. So, during the trainings, if you do have some suggestions or you come across certain challenges, feel free to share it with the team on the ground and we will try and resolve those issues. India has a very vast, diverse livestock population, and it presents its own unique challenges in data collection, because you all would appreciate that the data collection is being done by a large number of people on ground. Sometimes their knowledge about the breeds, recognition of breeds, age, structure, composition, etc., may become a little challenging for them. However, we are committed to collecting data from more than 27 crore households and non-household enterprises. This effort will provide a comprehensive and accurate livestock and poultry count across the nation. The ICAR NBAGR is comprehensively supporting and developing training modules to enable easy identification of the breed. Now, today, as we embark on this ambitious endeavor, your role as state and district level officers are of paramount importance. Your dedication and precise execution of this census will significantly enhance our understanding of the trends of India's livestock sector and guide future policies and initiatives. Together, we can ensure that the 21st livestock census sets a new standard in data collection and data analysis, benefiting all stakeholders. I thank you all for making this exercise worthwhile by coming and attending this workshop. Let us all collaborate to ensure the successful implementation of this vital national initiative of the livestock census. I would just like to mention one more thing over here, that if you see the human population and the animal population or livestock population, they are in the ratio of almost 1:1. Hence, our livestock census gains as much importance as does the human census exercise. So, I look forward to all your support and all your commitment in this exercise. Thank you.